Okay, this is Ringwalk Media in association with Well Eyes Therapy and Still Hub Management. Bobby Faulkner, Friday night, Manchester, another win. Great one, mate.
Yeah, just the same old now, isn't it? That's what we do. But yeah, I enjoyed it now and again tonight. So I've not been active since June, so I hadn't really wanted to get us out again. I'm trying for all sorts of opponents and more rounds and more a lower weight, more my natural weight, but we couldn't find nothing. And fair play to MJ, took it on a day's notice, and as always, it's tough. So I'm still learning there, to be fair, and I boxed him on my debut, so it was good to get in there and show him a new me, sort of thing. And even though obviously you're fighting the same person you fought on my debut, so it feels like I'm not progressed. But then after what MJ said to me after it made me feel a bit better about it all anyway. So.
Well, you nearly had him out there in the second, and I think the ref was seconds from stopping that.
Yeah, that's where I need to get a bit more, not more clever, but more cute.
Clinical.
Yeah, more clinical and cute. You know, finding the right shots rather than as soon as I hurt him, I'm loading up with to get a bit excited because I've not got many of them out there. So I'm getting excited thinking, I can get him out there in front of my family and friends. But really, I should be more clinical because when you're going to be fighting down the stretch of the rounds, you need to be way more clinical and not waste much energy just in case you don't get him out of there and you've got to go the full 8, 10, 12.
Well, listen, this is what it's all about. It's learning fights. I know you've been frustrated because you want to step up to the 6 and 8 rounders and maybe you think you should have done by now, but boxing's been tough this last year, 12, 18 months. I think that you've done incredibly well and your performance tonight shows how much you've stepped up.
Yeah, it's a credit to Ant and Kieran and any other promoter that I have to work with because it's about staying active because it's like I watched Zach Miller box of a week and he's had a similar run and then he just jumped in for a British title fight and he's shown he was ready. So it can happen for you. So I just need to stick it out, not go missing, stay in the gym and make sure I'm ready just in case I do get a call for a big fight because it could be a matter of 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I need to be ready for it.
Made a really good comparison there. Zach Miller, he's had, 12, 13 fights and then he gets the big call. I mean, it's a superb fight. It wasn't his night, but he was buzzing after it. He was like, I've just learned so much from that. And I think, you'll have that same opportunity, I'm sure, at some point.
Yeah, because even if you don't get a win, if you make a good account of yourself, you show you belong at that level anyway, don't you? But, like Zach would have been shouting for them fights a long time ago, but you never get them, and you keep having to do fights like this just to keep yourself active and in the know with everyone, and then you might get that call up. So I'm just hoping for a big year next year now.
Well, I'll tell you what, I really like that performance tonight. Like you say, there's maybe a couple of points where you can look back at it and go, right, I could have done this here, I could have done that here. But that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing from these fights, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why you've got to appreciate these fights because if you're in there with someone of a really high level, they might see that and they might get you out of there or they might just outbox you because you know what's going to be coming once they do get in trouble. Or so, yeah, it's good that I get it out of my system now rather than jumping in the deep end too soon.
And you know what? If you look back at our very, very first interview when you had your first debut to now, it's so different. So different. You know what you're talking about. You know that you're making, improvements. You know that what you should be doing. And I think it's only a matter of time before maybe 2024 is the year for you, mate. Maybe that's the year where you start to step up. Maybe get that sort of 6 and 8 rounder out of the way, and an area title or something comes along.
Yeah, I've done it the same way as a lot of boxers do it. Is to get to that age where you choose to go and work and make money or carry on boxing, sacrifice your social life and stuff. And I obviously chose the first one, and it didn't pay me any dividends, so I had to come back to boxing to what I know. And then it was tough getting back into it. Like I say, that debut, I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Didn't know professional boxing. All I ever knew is amateurs at like a junior youth level. So it's different. But now I've been in the gym obviously around world champions and sparring world champions and around really high level boxing in our gym. So it's brought the best out of me.
A couple of years worth of knowledge from Mr. Crolla and Mr. Moorcroft and those guys that have been where you are. I mean, that's only going to make you better than they maybe were. So I think you're in a great place. I think you should be really pleased with your performance tonight. You touched on making money in boxing. Obviously, at this level, you make no money, but the sponsors are the people that make you going. Give them a quick plug because they deserve it as much as you do.
So I'll start with my old man's company, Abstract Pools. He sponsored me from the very start. Well, he sponsored me since birth, actually. So the longest sponsor. This is Project Boxing. This is who were like essentially managing us, and they sort out a lot of our sponsors. That's Don McGuinness and Ant himself. And then I've got GB Group. That's Ollie and Phil. They sorted out all my kit last minute. I met him in the gym. He sponsored Will out the gym, and they've been a massive, massive help. And then I've got Active Trades. That's another one that Don McGuinness and Steve sorted through Project Boxing. And any more? No, I think that's me. That's me.
That's you. Well, listen, mate. well done tonight. Don't be frustrated with that, because I think that was a great fight for you. You nearly had it. You're going to learn from this, and I got no worries that next year you will be the one that gets somebody out there and steps up to those 6 and 8 rounders with, you know, higher opponents. You'll only learn, and I'm really pleased for you tonight, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good to see you as always, and lots to take from that, lots of positives and negatives. We'll just crack on from here now.
There's no such thing as negatives, mate, on this channel. It's all positives.
Respect. Good to see you, pal.